Good evening, everyone. Excuse me, I have a cold. Good evening, everyone. Welcome. And we will call the regular session for Clinton County Legislature, March 12th, to order at 5:17. Would you all please join us in the pledge of allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Castine.
Present.
Mr. Bizzaio.
Here.
Mr. Hall.
Here.
Mr. Henry.
Here.
Mr. Lamoy.
Here.
Mr. Kretzer. Here. Mr. Fourier is vastly excused. Mr. Randall.
Here.
Mr. Timmons. Here. Ms. Waldron.
Here.
You have the forms.
Thank you. All legislators have received a copy of the minutes from the last meeting. If there's not any deletions, corrections, or additions, please let me know. Otherwise, may I have a motion to accept the motion from Josh? Second by legislator Bizzaio. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. I will now recognize those in the audience who wish to share their thoughts and concerns with the legislature. Please raise your hand if you wish to be recognized. State your name and address for the record. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3. What's your topic? Dog tender law? Is everybody dog tender?
No.
Is there anybody here for snowplows or taxes or anything other than dog tender law? Okay, all dog tender law. All right. For the dog tender law topic tonight, we have no resolutions in front of us. We have no legislation in front of us. We have heard your position dozens of times. In fact, we just met a few days ago and had a lengthy meeting on the dog tender law. So for tonight, we won't be granting the dog tender law the privileges of the floor. So if there's anybody that wants to speak on another topic?
Yeah,
What is it?
it's about the transparency and accountability of the legislature.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
It's about how laws are presented to our legislation and how the transparency and accountability of that process is made forth to the community.
Sure, go ahead. I'll give you
Okay.
2 minutes.
Perfect.
My name is Jessica, and I live in Morrisonville. Thank you for letting me speak. I understand that I am new to this, and again, thank you for last week for what you consider a lengthy conversation. I have been involved now for a very short period of time in meetings, both locally, in my town of Plattsburgh meetings, the city meetings, and now county meetings. I've met many of you that I've become friends with, already were friends with, and probably will continue to be friends with. My father died in May. He was very involved in politics. I was not. When he passed away, I made it my effort to become involved and not have my head in the sand. And what I was told was that I should start in local level politics, that I should really start going to meetings, understanding the process that has been designed, probably not by anyone sitting here, but has been designed, and to really try to understand what kind of protections our community has on a local level. Now, we've been really lucky. I truly believe we are a blessed community. We have an amazing county. We have a lot of privileges that we are protected from, in quotes. But unfortunately, most of you watch the news, and whether you watch Fox News or CNN or MSNBC or NPR, it doesn't matter what news you watch, you have to be cognizant and aware that your community at large feels like this is going to affect them. Maybe not you, but maybe somebody you know, and maybe that's the color of their skin, maybe that's who they're married to, maybe that's how they identify. But we've been really lucky that up until now, that hasn't been a concern, especially on a local level. I've looked back, I've seen the laws that you guys have looked at and you've passed, and I think the most riveting one was waste management. That's great. That's the kind of county meetings we should be having. What's concerned me, as of recent, is the lack of clear understanding, and not just from me, from the people that have been in politics on a local level for many years, to understand what the process is if there is a concerned citizen in your county that feels there needs to be a law to protect, not to govern. I don't want any laws in our government that doesn't need to be there. I don't want to make a complicated system for our police department, for our neighbors. Most of the stuff that I think we're looking at is protection rights. And whether that's for animals or for humans, it needs to make sense how this body, this legislative body, gets a law in front of them, when it's discussed, who's voting on it, why is it allowed that there's votes when there's only 7 or 8 people here? What has become well more of a concern to me than dog tethering is the lack of a clear understanding of a process. Being told as a community member coming up here, if I wanted to come and talk to you today about a human rights issue that maybe trickled down from national politics into our community, which, by the way, to sit here and say that's not going to happen would be pretty ignorant. If I come to you and I say this is my concern, and I stand here before you today and I say these are my concerns, how am I to know when that's being talked about amongst you all? Am I being contacted by my legislator to say this is being discussed? When is it being discussed? How is it voted upon? Public hearings, that shouldn't even be a matter of a vote. A public hearing should be come one, come all. This is being discussed, and we want to know. I'm sorry, do I have 5 minutes? Because that's what's written. No, I didn't. You didn't tell me ahead of time what it was.
I said a couple minutes.
That must be another rule that I have not read. Again, unclear and against the law. So you might want to make your rules known, because freedom of speech is definitely allowed in this country the last time I checked, unless you also want to make that go away.
Ma'am.
I will continue speaking if I'm allowed.
Ma'am, I'm just going to respond.
I don't need, you're not supposed to respond in this.
Well,
If you'd like to respond to me, we can have an outside meeting, which I would love to have.
Ma'am,
Can I
you're
continue
being
talking?
argumentative. You're done. Sit down, please.
Congratulations. You're famous now.
Committee reports. I'll call on the chairperson of each committee.
I want to speak on something.
Oh, on the tether law?
On open meeting law and First Amendment, Mark Henry.
No, we're past that.
Okay.
First Amendment.
Moving on with the committee reports, I will call on the chairperson of each committee in alphabetical order by committee, starting with buildings and grounds.
Nobody can say a word. They don't want to talk
Discuss the
about
highway garage violation of the highway garage roof project. Master plan also provided an update on the American.
Good for you. Good for you. Good job.
Building and grounds committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for
I
Monday.
guess we're not, no one's allowed to talk right now.
Thank you. Children and Family Services.
Interesting.
Unbelievable. Why can't she speak on that topic? Why can't she speak on her topic?
Hold on a minute, hold on a minute.
We're conducting business here.
Hardly. You offered her the opportunity to speak, and then you said she couldn't speak on it. What
Give me
are
a
people
second,
allowed to
listen
speak
for
on?
a second,
Okay.
okay?
Let Mr. Hall speak.
I don't think it's right at all not to hear anybody speak. Right? Just listen.
I have chocolate, so get some before you go.
Anybody that wants the public ought to be able to tell me what's going on, what's not. I represent you. You vote for me or you don't vote for me. I think what's happened tonight is totally wrong. I'm not in favor of it at all. Ms. Waldron and myself are working very hard to get it passed for a public hearing. Right? We can't do anything, right? It's not gonna happen in 10 days or 2 weeks. We are working on to get it passed, to have a public hearing. Some of my colleagues here, not all of them, some of the colleagues here do not agree with what you're trying to do. And that's right, they should have a right to that. If they represent people that don't want to vote on this law, then that's fine. And they have a right to speak their mind and say, no, I'm not doing it, I'm not voting for it. At the same time, you people have the right to have a public hearing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You have a right speak your mind and say how you feel. Now, it's not gonna do anybody any good, the rest of you. And Jennifer, please listen to me. Because I'm on your side, but listen. It's not gonna do any good to come here and talk about this law, the same people, night after night. All it does is make animosity. I'm asking you, give Patty and I a chance to get enough votes, and I'm not talking a year from now. I've only got 6, what have I got left, Mike?
You have 10 months.
I have 10 months left, and I'm gone anyways. But I've always spoke my mind, and I've been sitting here week after week, listening to Jennifer, mostly Jennifer, and not being happy about this. And that's gotta stop. That's not making any friends, and it's not doing the right thing. We are gonna fight like hell to get you a public hearing. And I hope you come here.
Thank you, Mr. Hall.
And could I ask, please, when are you, sir, up for re-election? I'm speaking to my friends. I'd like to know, when are you up for re-election? You didn't come for nothing.
You'd like to know what, man?
I'd like to know when we all get to vote on whether you're back again.
2047.
I don't know.
So just run it and know. Forever. We'll be there forever.
Well, we don't have to name our families.
You're giving him. Thank you. Do I only need one here?
Authorizing adoption
I
of
got my
community guardianship. Authorizing contract for the site. Commissioner also provided a warming center and eligibility verification update. Resolutions 147 and 148 are placed on the agenda. Based on the committee's recommendation, the next Children and Family Services Committee meeting is scheduled for April 1 at 5 p.m.
Could you, yeah, you're
Thank you. Economic Development County Operations, Legislator Wall.
Make sure you don't get. Make sure Henry and Cass. Because I had two that showed up. And they don't get Henry and Cass signed. No.
No, I'm all set.
You didn't come for nothing. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you. You're so sweet. You didn't come for nothing.
They are also discussing the planning department report. Molly Ryan, the economic development director, discussing Gateway and County Planning Industrial Development Agency, resolutions 149 and 151 have been placed on the agenda upon the committee's recommendation. The next economic development and county operations committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Wednesday, April 9th at 4 p.m. End of report.
Thank you. Finance Committee, Legislator Davis.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, the Finance Committee met on Wednesday, March 5th. And Nelly, the administrator in charge at King Community College, provided a campus update to the committee. Rebecca Murphy, the deputy county treasurer, was in attendance to discuss the resolution authorizing payment of 2025 membership dues. Ms. Murphy also discussed the 2025 sales tax charts, in-rem foreclosure, and occupancy tax. The committee also discussed the resolutions approving home rule requests for New York State Senate Bill 4448 and New York State Assembly Bill 3755. Authorizing contract with Bencor Incorporated and authorizing contract with Barton Judas DPC relative to the Clinton County Corrective Measures Remedial Treatment System for the 2025 permit monitoring and reporting services. Resolution 152 through 155 have been placed on the agenda based on the recommendation of the committee. Excuse me, the next Finance Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Wednesday, April 2nd at 5:15 p.m. and the report.
Thank you. Health Committee, Legislator Bazile.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Health Committee meeting scheduled for Wednesday, March 5th was canceled. The committee was pulled on resolutions 156 and 157 on the agenda. The next Health Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Wednesday, April 2nd at 4 p.m. End of report.
Human Services Committee, Legislator Randall.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Human Services Committee meeting scheduled for Tuesday, March 4th was canceled. Resolutions 158 and 159 have been pulled and placed on the agenda. The next Human Services Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Tuesday, April 1st at 4:15 p.m. End of report.
Thank you. Personnel Committee, the Personnel Committee met on Monday, March 3rd. Resolutions 160 through 178 have been placed on the agenda based on the committee's recommendation. And the next Personnel Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Monday, April 7th at 5 p.m. Plattsburgh International Airport, Legislator Hall.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Plattsburgh International Airport Committee has not met since the last regular session. The next Plattsburgh International Airport Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Wednesday, March 26th at 4 p.m. And Mr. Chairman, on behalf of the airport, we had a gentleman the other night, and the Sheriff's Department, I hope you're listening. We had a gentleman come off one of the flights, and he had a massive heart attack.
Picking up somebody coming out. Doesn't have happened.
Oh, he was picking up somebody, he had a massive heart attack. The Sheriff's Department, Plattsburgh Fire, the Fire Department at the airport, the staff at the airport security team brought him back to life, got the ambulance, transferred him to the hospital. You guys did a fantastic job. Tell all your members we're so appreciative.
And I think there's plans in the works to formalize the
Thank you.
That was a nice thing for our airport.
That was a great
Yeah,
job.
Kim
Thank you.
Gordon was on that.
They did a fantastic job.
Public Safety Committee, Mr. Joe.
No.
No. Oh, did we not get to
Henry, no.
Oh, Calvin, I'm sorry.
Introduce
I
myself.
forgot you weren't supposed to be here. All right.
I was supposed to be here, so. Okay, I gotta follow Bobby's thing here, I don't know, it's tough. The Public Safety Committee met on Monday, March 3rd. Sheriff David Farber was in attendance to discuss several resolutions, including authorizing contract with the town of Sable, authorizing Operation Stone Garden grant application and acceptance. J.B. Martineau, the public defender, was in attendance to discuss the resolutions, amending resolution number 841 dated October 9th, 2024, entitled authorizing contract with New York State Defenders Association, Inc., and authorizing memorandum of understanding with the Clinton County Office of Mental Health and Addiction Services. District Attorney Andrew Wiley and Jamie Rock, the Executive Assistant of Child Advocacy Center, were in attendance to discuss several resolutions, including authorizing contract with SUNY Plattsburgh College Auxiliary Services and authorizing contract with Impact Project LLC. Eric Day, the Director of Emergency Services, presented on the resolution authorizing a contract with Camara Integrations. Coroner Chad Deans was also in attendance to discuss the appointment of deputy and county coroners. Members of the public were present to express their concerns regarding the general law. Resolutions 179 through 190 have been placed on the agenda. Based on the recommendations of the committee, the next Public Safety Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Monday, April 7th at 4 p.m. End of report.
Thank you, sir. Transportation, Legislator Presser.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Transportation Committee met on Tuesday, March 11th. Shannon Thayer, the Planning Director, provided a copy of the Clinton County Public Transit 2024 Annual Report. Carl Weiss, the Highway Superintendent, was also in attendance to discuss several resolutions, including authorizing a contract with Triangle Electric Systems and Electrical Systems Incorporated, and authorizing the purchasing agent to solicit bids for the Treadwells Mills Military Turnpike Corridor pedestrian and bike improvements projects. Resolutions 191 through 195 have been placed on the agenda upon the committee's recommendation. Resolution 193 has been withdrawn and will be discussed at the next Finance Committee meeting. The next Transportation Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Monday, April 14th at 5:15 p.m. as we end the report.
Thank you very much. Liaison reports, Board of Health, Legislator Lemoyne.
No report, sir.
Chamber of Commerce, Legislator Kretzer.
No report.
Clinton Community College, Legislator Walton.
No report.
Community Service Board, Legislator Castine.
No report, sir.
Crawford Extension, Legislator Tennis.
Yes, sir. Linda wanted everybody to know that Cornell will be putting on manure pit training for fire personnel. It's going to be at Minor Institute, April 8th from 4 to 8. Eric Day has been notified because there's literally only 30 spots able to attend because of the trainer that does it has to have so many people underneath him doing it. So hopefully Eric will be able to reach out to the fire departments, maybe that have the most ag in it, that will benefit, and a nice plus from Cornell. Thank you.
Thank you. Discipline review. Grievance, nothing. Intercounty, Legislator Randall.
No report.
LCLG Regional Planning Board, Legislator Kretzer and Randall.
No report.
Soil and Water, Legislator Zion Timmons.
No report. The next regular scheduled meeting is March 20th on Thursday.
Workforce Development is not, never mind. Staff reports, Ms. Keller.
I know your first name.
No report. Mr. Zerlo.
Chairman, I've got nothing to report except for, actually, you're probably aware, you might have read in the newspaper that the governor has issued an executive order regarding future employment of those folks who were terminated from the Department of State Corrections. At this point, our civil service agency is advising towns, villages, city of Plattsburgh, and school districts that we have to comply with that executive order because that is the law of the land at this point. I also am being told that that executive order will soon be challenged in court. But at this point, in case you're hearing from your municipalities, the guidance provided by Clinton County Civil Services, we must comply with that executive order at this time.
You.
I'm sorry, did you get a copy of that?
Resolution. Resolutions. Before voting on the resolutions, I want to note the majority of the resolutions have been thoroughly discussed by the appropriate committees, and the legislature is taking action tonight based in large part on the recommendations of those committees. Mr. Sherrill, would you read the resolutions to be acted upon?
Resolution number 146, approving change in meeting date of regular session, number 8, legislature.
Motion, Legislator Hall. Second, Legislator Timmons. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Thank you. Resolution 147, authorizing adoption of legal guardianship incentive funds grant application and acceptance, social services.
Motion, Legislator Henry. Second, Legislator Lemoyne. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Waldron?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution 148, authorizing contract with the West Side Ballroom Social Services.
Motion, Legislator Lemoyne. Second, Legislator Randall. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Waldron?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 149, amending resolution number 921 dated December 8, 2021, titled authorizing contract with NTS Data Services Board of Elections.
Motion, Legislator Waldron. Second, Legislator Kretzer. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Waldron?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 150, authorizing fiscal year 2022 cybersecurity grant program application information technology.
Motion, Legislator Waldron. Second, Legislator Timmons. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Waldron?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 151, authorizing acceptance of hazard mitigation grant program funding through the New York State Department of Homeland Security and Emergency Services Planning Department.
Motion, Legislator Waldron. Second, Legislator Kretzer. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Waldron?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 152, authorizing payment of 2025 membership dues to the Treasurer's Office.
Motion, Legislator Timmons. Second, Legislator Lemoyne. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Waldron?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 153, approving home rule request for New York State Senate Bill 4448 and New York State Assembly Bill 3755, legislature.
Motion, Legislator Timmons. Second, Legislator Randall. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution number 154, authorizing contract with Edgewater Incorporated, Legislature.
Motion, legislator Timmons, second, legislator Hall. Discussion.
Just want to, if you did not see my email, after the discussion with the Finance Committee, we did clarify that language, so I think you should have got a clean copy.
Any further discussion, questions? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Walter?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 155, authorizing contract with Bartonville Judas DPC relative to the Clinton County Corrective Measures Remedial Treatment System for 2025 permit monitoring and reporting services of solid waste.
Motion, legislator Timmons, second, legislator Bizarro. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Walter?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 156, authorizing contract with Simquest Group Health Department.
Motion, legislator Bizarro, second, legislator Waldron. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Walter?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 157, authorizing out-of-state travel, Health Department.
Motion, legislator Bizarro, second, legislator Lemoyne. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Walter?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 158, authorizing contract with Trustwell Incorporated, Office for the Aging.
Motion, legislator Randall, second, legislator Kretzer. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Walter?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 159, authorizing out-of-state travel, Office for the Aging.
Motion, legislator Randall, second, legislator Lemoyne. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Walter?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 160, approving backfill of permanent full-time correction officer, Sheriff's Department.
Motion, legislator Hall, second, legislator Kretzer. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution number 161, approving creation of permanent full-time deputy sheriff, Sheriff's Department.
Motion, legislator Kretzer, second, legislator Timmons. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution number 162, approving backfill of permanent part-time special patrol officer, Sheriff's Department.
Motion, legislator Timmons, second, legislator Hall. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution number 163, approving backfill of permanent full-time registered professional nurse position, Sheriff's Department.
Motion, legislator Hall, second, legislator Kretzer. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution number 164, approving backfill of permanent full-time correction sergeant position, Sheriff's Department.
Motion, legislator Kretzer, second, legislator Henry. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution number 165, approving backfill of permanent full-time deputy sheriff position, Sheriff's Department.
Motion, legislator Hall, second, legislator Timmons. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution number 166, approving the reclassification of permanent full-time senior typist to a permanent full-time paralegal, District Attorney's Office.
Motion, legislator Kretzer, second, legislator Hall. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution number 167, approving backfill of permanent full-time assistant district attorney position, District Attorney's Office.
Motion, legislator Hall, second, legislator Henry. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution number 168, approving the creation of a temporary full-time junior assistant district attorney position, District Attorney's Office.
Motion, legislator Kretzer, second, legislator Timmons. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution number 169, authorizing retention stipend for assistant public defenders, Public Defender's Office.
Motion, legislator Timmons, second, legislator Hall. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Walter?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 170, approving creation of a permanent full-time family support worker position, Social Services.
Motion, legislator Hall, second, legislator Kretzer. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution number 171, approving the backfill of a permanent full-time caseworker position, Social Services.
Motion, legislator Kretzer, second, legislator Timmons. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution number 172, approving the backfill of a permanent full-time recreation director position, Social Services.
Motion, Legislator Hall, second, Legislator Henry. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution number 173, approving reclassification of a vacant full-time project coordinator position down to a permanent full-time public health technician position, health department.
Motion, Legislator Kretzer, second, Legislator Timmons. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution number 174, approving the backfill of permanent full-time senior computer programmer position, health department.
Motion, Legislator Timmons, second, Legislator Kretzer. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution number 175, approving creation of permanent full-time court navigator position, mental health and addiction.
Motion, Legislator Kretzer, second, Legislator Timmons. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution number 176, approving backfill of permanent full-time airport maintenance worker 1, Plattsburgh International.
Motion, Legislator Kretzer, second, Legislator Hall. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution number 177, approving reclassification of a permanent full-time motor equipment operator 2 position down to a permanent full-time motor equipment operator 1 with backfill solid waste.
Motion, Legislator Kretzer, second, Legislator Hall. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution number 178, approving the creation of a permanent full-time senior tax clerk typist position, treasurer's office.
Motion, Legislator Kretzer, second, Legislator Timmons. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution number 179, approving contract with the Town of Los Angeles Sheriff's Department.
Motion, Legislator Hall, second, Legislator Timmons. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Walsh?
Yes.
Resolution number 180, authorizing Operation Stone Garden grant application and acceptance, Sheriff's Department.
Motion, Legislator Timmons, second, Legislator Hall. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Walsh?
Yes.
Resolution number 181, authorizing payment of membership dues, Sheriff's Department.
Motion, Legislator Hall, second, Legislator Timmons. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Walsh?
Yes.
Resolution number 182, authorizing payment of membership dues, Stop DWI.
Motion, Legislator Timmons, second, Legislator Hall. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Walsh?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 183, approving grant application submission and acceptance of New York State Office of Indigent Legal Services grant known as Distribution 12, assigned counsel.
Motion, Legislator Hall, second, Legislator Timmons. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Walsh?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 184, amending Resolution 841 dated October 9, 2024, titled Authorizing Contract with the New York State Defenders Association, Public Defender.
Motion, Legislator Timmons, second, Legislator Hall. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Walsh?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 185, authorizing memorandum of understanding with the Clinton County Office of Mental Health and Addiction, Public Defender.
Motion, Legislator Hall, second, Legislator Timmons. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Walsh?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 186, authorizing the Deputy County Treasurer to increase appropriation for the District Attorney's Federal Justice Seizure Reserve Account, District Attorney's Office.
Motion, Legislator Timmons, second, Legislator Hall. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Walsh?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 187, authorizing payment of membership dues, District Attorney's Office.
Motion, Legislator Timmons, second, Legislator Hall. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Walsh?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 188, authorizing contract with SUNY Plattsburgh College Auxiliary Services, District Attorney's Office, Child Advocacy Center.
Motion, Legislator Timmons, second, Legislator Hall. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Walsh?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 189, authorizing contract with the Impact Project LLC, District Attorney's Office, Child Advocacy Center.
Motion, Legislator Hall, second, Legislator Timmons. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Walsh?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 190, authorizing contract with Chimera Integrations Emergency Services.
Motion, legislator Timmons, second, legislator Hall. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Walsh?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 191, authorizing grant application and acceptance to the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation's Resilient Watershed Grant Program Highway Department.
Motion, legislator Kretzer, second, legislator Pizzaio. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Walsh?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 192, authorizing contract with Triangle Electric Systems Highway Department.
Motion, legislator Kretzer, second, legislator Lemoyne. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Walsh?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 193 has been withdrawn. Resolution number 194, authorizing the purchasing agent to solicit bids for the Treadwell Mills Military Turnpike Corridor Pedestrian and Bike Improvements Project Highway Department.
Motion, legislator Kretzer, second, legislator Pizzaio. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution number 195, authorizing the purchasing agent to solicit bids for the rehabilitation of the Main Street Keysville Bridge over the Osable River, bridge identification number 3359920, Highway Department.
Motion, legislator Kretzer, second, legislator Lemoyne. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution number 196, authorizing the deputy county treasurer to reappropriate 2024 funds for various accounts, treasurer's office.
Motion, legislator Timmons, second, legislator Hall. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Walsh?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 197, authorizing the deputy county treasurer to increase appropriation and corresponding revenue for the Performance Incentive Award Health Department.
We got 4 pages to go through. Motion, legislator Pizzaio, second, legislator Waldron. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Walden?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 198, authorizing the deputy county treasurer to establish appropriation and corresponding revenue for the Rural Well Water Testing Grant Health Department.
Motion, legislator Pizzaio, second, legislator Timmons. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Walden?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 199, authorizing the deputy county treasurer to increase appropriation and corresponding revenue for insurance reimbursement, Sheriff's Department.
Motion, legislator Timmons, second, legislator Hall. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Walden?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 200, authorizing the deputy county treasurer to establish appropriation and corresponding revenue for the daycare registration grant program, Department of Social Services.
Motion, legislator Timmons, second, legislator Randall. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Walden?
Carried. Is there anything further to come before the legislature? I would entertain a motion to adjourn. Motion by legislator Hall, second by legislator Pizzaio. Any discussion?
Seniority.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. We are adjourned. Thank you all very much.